Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back. I'm curious how everyone's night went. Mine was less than perfect, but you know, hey, it's a thing. Healing is a thing. So today's a much better day for me, at least anyway. Hopefully you guys are having a great day on this beautiful Friday. The humidity finally broke here in Albuquerque, thank God, because I'll tell you what, I was thinking I was on the East Coast there for a minute. It was pretty miserable. So, in fact, I don't think I left the house for a couple days, to be honest with you. And, yeah, so, not sure what we're going to do today. It's a healing day for me. It's reflection. I don't know where that came from, but reflection or reflecting day for me today. And I'm gonna delve into the word respect on the other channel, on the Your Words channel. So if you are interested in hearing about my rendition on the word respect, then definitely check that out later. In the meantime, I think we're gonna go with the untethered soul. We're gonna do just some oracle today. We're not gonna worry too much about the tarot and the energy and whatnot, but I think we're just going to get a message for what's I don't know, what is the best way to approach our day. I know it's late in the day for me to get my day started, but you know what, I've been slow moving lately, and that's okay, because I've done a lot of self-reflection, and I've had a lot of time to really understand those things that are happening and why they're happening. So not 100% there yet, but going beyond. That's kind of what I've been doing, guys. I don't know where you guys are at, but yeah, going beyond. What if consciousness were to remove its focus from your personal set of thoughts, your personal set of emotions, and your limited sensory input? Would you become untethered from the bonds of the personal self and be set free to explore beyond? That is an interesting message. I got to break this down a little bit, because that was kind of deep for right now. If consciousness were to remove its focus from your personal set of thoughts, your personal set of emotions, and your limited sensory input, so what if you could? I feel like this is perspective, right? Put yourself in another's shoes. Would it untether you from the bonds of judgment, and would it set you free to explore another person's pain or motivations or joy or a lack of love, for lack of a better way to say that? A lot of times we can put judgment on other people for how they treat us. But what we seldom, I just got this little statue too, Mother Mary. It's funny to me, because I feel like it's all about nurturing. This message really is, it's about nurturing that other side of ourselves, that divine feminine side of ourselves that says, you know, I understand. And I'm sorry that you're going through that, and I can't fix it, and I can't help you, and I can't do it for you, but I can certainly join you. And I can hold your hand, and I can give you a hug, and I can cry with you, and I can sympathize with you, and I can empathize with you, but I can't do it for you. What does happen when we do that for another person? It expands our own consciousness, right? It awakens. I'm just staring at this card the whole time. It awakens our consciousness to what other people go through. And, you know, hurt people, and we've heard all these many sayings that fall on deaf ears half the time of, you know, it's not their character, it's not your character, it's theirs. You know, when people get rejected, or God's protection, God's rejection is God's protection, and all of these fancy sayings that really don't help the pain go away until you just sit with the person, and there's no words necessary with that, right? You just allow them to cry their ugly cry. We call it, my friend and I call it the ugly cry. You know, that it's not running down your face and your eyes are all red and puffy and you can't breathe and you're hyperventilating and it's almost panic attack level crying. And you don't say anything. You just hold their hand, or you give them a hug, or you stroke their hair. And that's all the help that they truly need. And in doing so, you're feeling what they felt, and you're understanding where they're at without judgment, without trying to fix it, without trying to give advice, without trying to do anything other than to be there for that person. I feel like that's what this card is saying. When we awaken our consciousness, when we are able to do that, who's having all these physical, emotional, and mental experiences? Notice who is experiencing the experience. Realize that you, the experiencer, have a certain quality, and that quality is awareness, consciousness, and intuitive sense of existence. You exist regardless, thoughts or no thoughts. Whether you're taking that time to reflect on why this is happening, or who this is happening to, or how it affects you, or how you can fix it, or how you can help, or any of those thought patterns that emerge when you're in that situation, it doesn't matter what those thoughts are, because the pain is the pain. And the emotions are the emotions. And those emotions and that pain, they come in waves. Just like joy does. Just like it's all an ocean. Why do you think the tarot uses cups and water to represent emotion? Because that's what it is. It doesn't ever stabilize, for lack of a better way to say that, right? An ocean doesn't stop flowing. Water doesn't stop flowing. It just keeps going and going and going. And you're going to have waves of sadness and waves of joy and waves of every emotion in the book. And other people are too. And depending on their situations, those waves may be in sync with yours and may not be. They might synchronize with you and may not. And very seldom not, actually. So they just need someone to be. Not to fix, not to defend, not to analyze, not to justify, not to even find the reasons or the lessons or the knowledge that we're always talking about finding. You know, there's a time when you just want to feel the feeling. And you need to just feel that feeling and honor it and respect it. And then let it go. And it's usually done alone in this world, because humans are very unaware of how to handle that in another person. It can be frightening. It can be, I don't know what the word is, but it can make you feel like you're not helping unless you're offering solutions, right? But sometimes the solution is not what they need. They just need someone to hold their hand. And to know that, yes, you're going through this alone and there's nothing I can do to make it better, but I can hold your hand and join you. That has been a profound lesson for me in the last few days. Very profound. I aspire to be that person, and I'm sure I have fallen short more often than I would care to admit to myself. But knowing that is half the battle, right? I was saying the other day to someone that we could take the principles of Alcoholics Anonymous and apply it to anything in life and it would work. And I still believe that. You know, the first step is admitting there's a problem. The first step is admitting that you're not doing what you thought you were doing, that you're falling short somewhere, and seeing it and recognizing it. That unless you can see it and recognize it, you cannot do anything about it. So Yeah, I don't know where this rant came from, guys. I'm sorry, but apparently someone out there needed to hear it. So we will do another angel answer. So if you close your eyes, take a few deep breaths with me. And let's ask our question. I will be meditating on my question, and I would like for you guys to meditate on yours. No. No is the answer to that question. I'm actually... That was funny. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's so funny to me. No is never a good answer, I guess. Unless you're asking, you know, am I going to die tomorrow? Then no would be a good answer. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't understand sometimes. So we've got no, and there's two cards in there apparently. There's no, and then there's no with an exclamation point. So I only got the first one. The answer to your question is no. You may gather additional information by asking another question surrounding this issue and drawing another card. All right, well, let's do that. Let's clarify that question, guys. Clarify that question. I'm not even sure I had a question in mind at that point because it came out so fast. But somebody somewhere needed that answer. So here we go again. I'm just going to take a few deep breaths and I'm going to focus on my question before I start shuffling here. Okay. So let's get a further explanation on that no answer. Just breathe deep, guys, and focus on your question. And there we go. Romance. That's an interesting answer to follow up with no. Let's see, romance. Definitely doesn't jump out as me as for my question, how that answers things. But I want to look at this card for a minute. And the first thing I see is the dove in the middle, right? Peace. And I see a symmetry. I see a balance between the left and the right. And I see open hands, willing to receive and willing to give. And rainbow. All the chakras are open in this one. When we think of romance, often it's a partnership between two people that is romantic, obviously. But if you think about the word romantic, how can you apply that elsewhere? How is that to be defined in a way that is non-couple based, if you will? Something to think about. But the book says a very important relationship is about to enter or has recently entered your life. This is the romance you've been waiting for. Like all partnerships, there may be ups and downs, but don't let that deter you or shake your confidence. Have faith that love is coming into your life to stay. If your question was about a current relationship, you can expect the parties to become closer to one another. Past disagreements will fade away and trust will grow. All relationships have peaks and valleys. This card indicates an upward movement, a new level of dedication and intimacy. This can include engagement, marriage, or a form of recommitment to one another. That's a beautiful message, guys. And I think it follows up with the message earlier from today. You know, when you can put yourself in another person's shoes and see things from their perspective, judgment tends to just kind of fade away on that, you know. You can feel yourself. How would you handle that situation? You know, how would you yourself be responding to a situation that another person is? Oh, that was my puppy. Something happened out there. Anyway, put yourself in another person's shoes, guys. What happened, guys? Hi. What happened? What happened? Are you okay? Hi. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. I'm almost done. All right, guys, the puppies have decided that this reading is over. So I'm not going to blab on and keep repeating myself. So that's your message for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps. And I'll see you at the next one. Love and light.